All right, so AEW review. AEW happened last night, Dynamite, of course, and I really liked them starting out the show with Penta and Jay White. I really love Penta. Uh, I was like, before AEW's inception, I was like, I never watched any of his matches or nothing like that. But I always heard about him, and I was like, okay, cool. So when he joined AEW, I was like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna watch these people that like watches wrestling a lot and religiously. The people that they talk about, I want to see them. Like him, Kenny Omega has something later on today. People like that. Anyway, Bender sort of became like somebody I really like, him and Ray Phoenix. And that's why sometimes I'm like, why haven't they done more to me? I don't know. I was like, they had the tag team titles before. I was like, Ray just lost the international title. They had the trios title with Pac, and other than that, that's about it. And I'm like, those guys are sort of. I was like, to me, they should be like main event. And anyway, so he had a good thing with Jay White, who also is somebody that's like I heard about but didn't really know really here. And I was like, and I've been watching in this short amount of time I gotten back into AEW where I've been watching him for like a couple weeks. I already like him, and I'm like, cool. I don't think that him or his buddies really say anything on the mic that's really worth anything. I was like, sometimes when Jay White talks, I'm just like, I'm waiting for it to get over. But it's how they talk with their antics that I really like their little group of the Bang Bang Gang. I was like they're ridiculous and a holes and stuff like that. And I was like, but they do it in a very entertaining way to me. Anyway, great match. I was like, knew Penta wasn't going to win this just because Jay White got a match coming up with MJF, so it's like there's no point in that. But I did like the whole like slap battle they had where even Penta just took off like his armor or whatever, and they just was going at it, slapping and slapping and slapping. Uh, but yeah, good match overall, fine. I was like MJF. I was like, I do like the fact that he pointed out that he wasn't going to do the stupid good guy routine of running out there get his ass beat by four people all over the belt. Like he gonna play smartly. I'm down with that. His character in itself is sort of weird to me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, yes, I haven't. I was like, I haven't been around for the whole time that I guess he sort of revamped himself since like winning the title and stuff. So maybe that's on me. I mean, well, it is on me for that because at least I would have at least more information to base it off of. But with him being like the whole scumbag thing, and I was like, he's always done like the devil thing, but here's like a bigger emphasis, I guess. Anyway, I was like, yeah, he had a little rant. He talking about he'll be out there for the diamond ring thing. Said to Kenny that hey, your record about to be broken, that kind of thing. I was like, also just a side note, I'm thinking about this. I was like, I really feel like there's a lot of AEW and it should be. I was like, they got Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and then Battle of the Belts is right after Collision. I was like, that seems like a hell of a lot that's going on here. But whatever. I mean, I was like, I'll check out the Battle Belts thing. I'll look at that. But yeah. So the rest of the night was just pretty much just I was like, it was fine. I was like, I was like, I'm not gonna butcher their names. But for the, I was like, but it was the women's champion versus her student, and I was like, that was a little, fun. I was like, I wish they would do that kind of actually more, to be honest, considering how many people train other people. I wish they would sort of do a lot of more students versus teacher matches. I guess the only thing I could really think of that was like sort of that, but not that, was like Sammy Guevara or Chris Jericho, but that was more like storyline type of than like actual. But I wish they would do that a little bit more, just because it seemed like that'd be uh, a lot more fun, and you got to, and it would make it a lot more, it add more real to it in the world of like it being fake. But yeah, I was like, I'm not also into. I'm really not into Edge with this Christian angle. I'm not gonna lie. It. I mean, I was like, I'm here for Edge a bit to watch him face other people, but this is not. This is why I sort of wanted them to hold off on this whole thing, just because I wanted them to. I'm like, this could be something where it's like it's in the background. They sort of brush by each other, where it's like, hey, kind of thing. But it just seemed like it's not that it's a lie, but it's really just like meh to me. And at this point, I'm not gonna lie. I did sort of like the Nick going with his mom and the Christian thing. I thought that was sort of funny, or whatever. Like he's like it's over the top and stuff like that. But I just like Christian because Christian's being a dick. So I was like that was so cool. Darby Allin came back, basically started like beating their ass. Then I was like, then they started like the numbers game, but then Sting came out, helped old boy. I was like, looked like he actually broke Dick's tooth too, cause I was like, I mean, he was like bust up bleeding, but you could tell like that tooth got a little chip in it. So I was like, hey, you better ask Claudio how that goes. But so in connection to Sting, I know I'm doing this all this sort of like randomly in order or not in order. But Sting basically had a whole soliloquy about his life and, getting up here. It was a brief, it was a full on the end, but you could tell like the end and retirement was coming up, so of course. And, but it's going to be next year, so, that way nobody ain't got to have like no like I guess like theories or things to say or nothing like that. Yeah, no, I was like, apparently everybody knows this is coming. I was like, I guess I've just been out of the loop or whatever, which I mean, that sort of happens. So that was a mild announcement, I guess, in that type of way. I was like, Adam Cole finally, through their little vignettes, said enough with Roderick Strong. I've actually enjoyed that stuff. I was like, it's silly and stuff like that, and I feel like in other places that might be a problem. But here, I was like, nah, I thought it was funny. I think the whole like Adam, I think that stuff is funny and stupid, and whatever the two boys or two dudes. I don't know their names, but Roderick's little lackeys or whatever and stuff like that. And they doing the whole PB&J thing. That it's dumb. Anyway, I think I was like, I get it, with the Matt Caster and the Acclaim, and I really did like I'm not gonna say did, like I don't like the Acclaim. That's not what I'm saying. I was like, I really do like the Acclaim. I was really hot when I guess everybody else was hot on them. I was hot on them before they, got hot in the tag teams and the guns and all that other stuff. And I get their whole thing of the scissor mid daddy and all that other stuff. I was like, stupid, it's funny, it's cool, it's whatever. Now I was like, the whole thing with MJF is really just weird. I was like, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be of course there's gonna probably be some angle where he finally is like, I accept y'all, or not accept y'all, but fine, I need help, I'll accept y'all help. But for some reason, I feel like they're gonna do that once Adam Cole comes back. So that way that when Adam Cole come back, he be like, so yeah, this is not a thing. My boy's back. I don't need y'all no more. So to the loop, get out of here. But I was like, it's weird, I guess, maybe because I was like, it's not that it's like over the top. Because I was like, the whole point of it is to be over the top. It's sort of just. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'll let it play out. Cause I was like, it could be something. I was like, obviously the whole thing is basically that like he's into MJF and he wants MJF or whatever. That's what the vibe that he's giving out now or whatever. And he doing a lot of innuendos and other stuff that means other stuff or whatever. And it's like sort of getting to like that that point of like, okay, like I'm like he keeps saying no, but I still want him kind of thing. So we'll see how that plays out. I was like, it's just. I was like, I was like, I don't know. I guess sometimes I'm just like, they could be. I was like, MJF sort of like alluded to it on commentary, where he would just like they're good wrestlers, but he just be doing so much wacky and crazy stuff that I don't even want to like. Then I'm like, yeah, so I like that. And also too, I was like, it makes more sense that Max has to sort of do it instead of his partner, because that's a little too on the nose with stuff, and that'll be probably in poor taste if you do it that way. And this way, it's funny because hey, loophole. Um, so we had the little diamond battle royale thing at the end, and to be honest, it was all pointless. It was all pointless. I mean, not that we knew who was going to be the last two, but it was sort of. But I mean, I guess like it's pointless is that they'll do these battle royales and stuff like that, but there's actually people in there that you actually feel have like a chance, and it makes it entertaining when they're in there. And I was like, there's so many people in here that you just knew that. I was like, most of them were like tag teams to where it's like that. I was like, no, like Matt and Jeff Hardy both being in there. I was like, neither one of them is going to win it. I was like, I can't, dang it, I just forgot his name, just blanked on me. But the dude with the dance or whatever, I figured that he was going to make it to the end so he could do his dance. But his partner wasn't going to make it. But you knew what they were here for, so that makes sense. I was like, Dustin Rhodes wasn't going to win it either. He ain't even never, they put up there that he ain't never have a title. So I already knew he was going to win that. Which is also, I was like, Jesus Christ, he never had a title. I could have swore that I was like, because it said his career, I'm pretty sure, not AEW, but in his career. And I'm like, I could have swore he had like the European Championship or something. I could have swore. I mean, obviously I'm wrong. But I was like, Jake Hager was in there. He wasn't going to win. Yeah, no, it was just a bunch of people that I was like, it wasn't gonna win. They wasn't gonna win, so it wasn't gonna be compelling. So I knew it was gonna be Juice. You knew it was gonna be Juice the whole time. I was like, Max is just there to make that a little interesting because he said he'll win it, so that for MJF, that kind of thing or whatever. I was like, they didn't really explain to me. I guess really, I mean, maybe I sort of like figured that they paid off Dustin Rhodes like to take Juice out, but I feel like they could have made it a little bit more or something like that. But yeah, Juice was going to win regardless just because of his whole feud with Jay Wyatt and the Bang Bang Gang. And especially after the controversy that probably wasn't really that much of a controversy with the whole thing with Juice and quarters and stuff. I think that was going to be even more that he was going to win, because now, after that, he has to have Juice win so that he can fight Juice, and that could be the more symbolic of the thing. And that's next week, and to be honest, I don't think that he's going to win. That doesn't mean they might not steal the ring off MJF, but I don't think they're going to win. I can see them stealing it and then going upon it like they said they would, and that being another angle in the whole thing in itself, to be honest. But yeah, I was like, it was a solid show. I was like, yeah, Kenny Omega also fighting. I was like, Jesus Christ, I just blank on these dudes' names. I'm just not as familiar with AEW as I am with WWE, so that's really why. So until I get these names, I was like, But I was like, that was a good match as well. I was like, it's like really tough fighting, I was like, they do that, like, they not strong style, but they're really fast paced. I like the way that Omega fights, and like how, and like even some of the people he fight. Because I was like, to me, I was like, even though they do quick pace type stuff, and they don't, sometimes they don't really sell their stuff. There is a lot more story to it than sometimes with some of the other people, like for instance, like the Young Bucks or something like that. Even though I know they're all about part of the same game. But yeah, there really wasn't nothing too much here in this episode, or whatever. It was a fine episode. I was like, like B minus, something like that. Anyway, in my AEW review, scatterbrain as it was. Thank you if you like this. If not, hey, next time. Also familiar, give me the names, help me out to try to remember them, stuff like that, if you wish to. I appreciate it. Anyway, till next time, I'll see you.